a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, has announced her jersey retirement. But the WNBA Freedom Fighters and the Slows are in an uproar. There's outrage. Asia Wilson has a new Nike deal. Unrivaled has a new announcement. I have a special guest. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro. What's up, boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another special episode of the W360 Show, okay? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy holidays. Everybody is coming in. What's up, everybody? What's up, Lisa G? I see you in the chat, Lisa G. What's up, Duke Kelly? What's going on, Calvin? Lauren, I know you out there. And Sade. What's going on, W360 chat? Welcome. Listen, if you are a returning subscriber or if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning in show after show after show. And if you are new here, if you're watching live or the playback, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the W360, okay? And tell your mom, your dad, your aunties, your brothers, your uncles, those family members that you're just dealing with and putting up with because it's the holidays. So you just kind of have to tolerate them. Tell them to. Go ahead and subscribe to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. And if you haven't, make sure you shop the W360.com for all your merch, okay? We're getting all the merch sent out. We're trying to get it sent out before Christmas. So definitely shop the W360.com if you have not. What's going on, Gracie? What's up, Erica? 411. All right? Like this live, share this live, do all the things you need to do to boost this video up in the YouTube algorithm. Do all the things YouTube like for you to do, okay? My goodness. It's Friday. This is a fun show ahead. Now, I'm going to go ahead. We got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about today. Loyalty 55, what's going on? All right. Without further ado, I am going to bring a special guest on this episode. If you're watching this show, or if you subscribe to this show, you've probably seen him. And if you watch his show, you've probably seen me. And if you haven't, now you see me and subscribe. But you've seen him around YouTube. Very funny guy. I'm excited. We're going to chop it up about everything that's going on in the WNBA. Guys, start clapping right now. Get excited. Welcome to the W360, Ben Daniel.
Greetings.
You get the horn, baby.
I get the horns. Oh, man.
The people are excited, Ben Daniel.
Oh, continue, please.
What's going on, Ben? Welcome to the W360.
How are we doing today? CJ, thank you for having me. W360 family.
Huh?
Thank you for W360 family. Thank you for having me.
Yes, for sure. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate
I'm
it.
alive,
You're
folks.
a very busy guy.
I'm here.
You're a very busy guy. You've been
I'm
asked
incredibly
for.
busy.
You've been
So busy.
asked. You're well awaited.
Oh man. Duke, Bane, Lisa, Monica, Kelly, Tiki, Mitch, Peggy, how we doing? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy holidays. So this is the last work day for some folks. They got a whole week ahead of them to sit and watch Ben Daniel podcast and W360.
There
awesome.
you go.
Awesome.
There you go. It's a lot to celebrate. A lot of people, like you said, it was the last day today. Some people are off for the next week. Some people are off for the next 2 weeks. Some people are off for the next 3 weeks. So listen, now I don't have nothing but time on my hand. I don't have anything but time on my hand.
That's not good for the slows. That's not good. That's not good.
Listen, slows. My projects are done. Things are turned in. I'm off work. I'm on you. I am on you now. I promise you. Seriously.
I feel bad for them. I feel bad.
Listen, we can go ahead and talk about it. Before we get into anything, do you want to say anything about your show or to the people watching?
No, nothing about the show, but to the people watching, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all the support. I know W appreciates the support as well. Thank you for coming out this Friday night, joining us, listening to us talk. Hopefully, we can give you a good show. Thank you for having me.
For sure. And I've said this on my platform before. Like, a lot of people be like, Ben Daniels this, Ben Daniels that, and I really appreciate it because I watch you. You are a hoot to me, okay? You are a hoot, and you have shouted out the show multiple times, so I definitely appreciate that. And of course, I've returned the love as well to all the YouTubers out there, So it's just great to collab. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go ahead and jump into it now. Caitlin Clark has released. Can you see this on your end?
No.
You don't see the image I just pulled up?
Mm-mm.
I wonder, viewers, can you guys see this image I just pulled up, this graphic? I don't know if they can see it.
Oh, yeah, I can see it on the chat. We can see that here.
Oh, you can see it here? Okay, perfect.
On the chat, yeah.
Caitlin Clark, shout out to White Jesus, has announced her retirement, okay? She put out the retirement video, or Iowa's women's basketball has put out the retirement video to promote her retirement of her jersey coming up. Now, the retirement is going to fall on the date 2/2, February the 2nd. Before we get into it, I want to play the retirement video that Iowa released. And then I want to play a retirement video after that a lot of fans are upset about. And then I want to get into it and talk about it, okay? All right, so let's take a look at White Jesus' retirement announcement.
Fitting on logo 3. Let's hear it one more time for number 22,
Hey.
What up?
I didn't know this
MVP?
number, but hey.
What you doing?
Nothing, I just got out of film. I'm about to head home.
Hey, I got something to tell you. You're gonna win MVP. You're gonna be on the first team.
Yeah, thank you.
All WNBA, right? Around these parts in South Carolina, you always gonna get number 1 votes. So, so when you coming to see us, we need a date. We need a date because your jersey is going to be retired. It's that time. Harvest.
You guys, everyone wants me to cry today. No way. Oh.
Stop all that crying. We don't listen. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. It's time.
Thank
We're happy
you.
for you.
Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, I'm about to cry. Thank you, guys.
All right, hey, congratulations.
Love you.
We love you.
Love you too. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
So here's the thing, Ben. A lot of the WNBA freedom fighters and a lot of the slows, they're outraged because they feel like a lot of things that has been said is that why would Caitlin Clark not consider Asia Wilson in her retirement? No. We don't think that it's fair that Caitlin Clark would have her retirement ceremony on the same day as Asia Wilson's retirement ceremony, even though they both wear the same number 22. Even though Caitlin Clark just graduated college, she's earned, she has well over many accolades to have her jersey retired, but everyone's lives should revolve around Asia Wilson, and she should wait. I think all of you need to shut your pie holes. You shut your pie holes right now. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. No one's world is going to revolve around Asia Wilson just because she's retiring too. There's another star in the league. Deal with it. Deal with it. This is ridiculous. The WNBA freedom fighters and the slows, they are a hoot. You hear me? They never cease to amaze me.
W, I have to let you know that I actually emailed Asia Wilson's team before coming on this show just to make sure it was okay that I did this. So everything needs to be brought through Asia Wilson before we proceed forward. This is ridiculous. They share the same number jersey. Oh my God, what a creative idea. February 2nd. Oh my goodness, we're geniuses here. Nobody is ever going to think of that.
Up the second.
No.
This is her day.
Jeez,
no one should use the number 22 ever. When it's retired, it's not just retired at South Carolina. No, they need to retire this number nationwide.
Period.
Take out the number 22 out your metric system. It's Asia Wilson's number. Don't you get the memo?
If there are any high school girls playing basketball and you wear 22, unbelievable.
You gotta change your number.
This is insane. Did you not?
This is.
Did you not ask for permission first? Did you not ask for permission? Excuse me. Oh, Asia. Oh, great one. Is it okay if I wear number 22? Folks, Caitlin Clark clearly is the most well-known 22, the most recognized 22. Vaguely, I knew that Asia Wilson's jersey was getting retired, but I forgot. Meaningless. Holds no weight. In one ear, out the other. Oh, she is retiring her that jersey the same day, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, Iowa, Channel 2. Let's watch. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
And here's the thing. This isn't anything you're pulling out, like we're pulling out of our butts. The slows and the freedom fighters were outraged. One of the slows posted this tweet here. Mind you, look at the impressions that this tweet received. It's almost at 1 million views. Why the F would y'all retire her jersey on the same day as Asia? Are y'all stupid? This is at 934,000 views right now. Impressions, and people are liking it, and they are agreeing. They're in the comments. They're saying, she said it's called being respectful to Asia, who was 22 way before Caitlin. How about they wait till 222 to retire it? But hey, can't expect respect from the college or the W when it comes to respecting those that came before you. You all sound like a bunch of fools. So from what I'm getting, everyone, Caitlin Clark couldn't be my kid. We're not waiting on anything. Asia Wilson graduated college 12 years ago. 12,000 years ago. Why is South Carolina just now retiring her jersey? Why don't you slows ask that question, slow?
Well, because then they'll get the truth, and we know we don't deal with the truth around here. Slows don't deal with the truth. We live in fairy tale world, right? We live in fairy
Rainbows
tale
and
world.
unicorns.
Oh my God! Everybody watches. We live in that world. We live in that world.
Rainbows and unicorns. Rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah, and ESPN, that's true. KCE, shout out to you in the chat. And ESPN didn't even mention this. ESPN goes on a whole segment. Oh, look at Kaylin, and then A'ja Wilson, of course. Nobody brings it. Look at A'ja Wilson's presentation. Look at her highlight. She's getting retired, this, that, and the third. What the slows don't understand is that they're slow. So we need to bring them to the water, right? We can lead them to the water, but we can't drink. So when we're telling them numbers, impact, metrics, motion is the word.
Say the word again, Ben, because some people might not have heard you.
Motion, impact, height.
There it is. Motion is the word. And this is not before the hoteps. My bad, Ben. I didn't mean to cut you off. But before the hoteps come for me and come calling me a coon and all this stuff, hoteps, get out my email and get out my mentions. This is not a knock towards A'ja Wilson. She deserves to have her jersey retired. I like A'ja Wilson. I think she's a phenomenal player. I don't think she's the face of the WNBA, but she's a phenomenal player. She's a phenomenal player, but no one's going to prolong or move their jersey retirement because you have yours. Who do you think you are?
Or even think. I doubt Iowa even thought to themselves, is anything else going on this day?
Didn't even realize that.
What? What are we talking? They probably looked at the conversation the next day like, oh, it is that day. This is pathetic.
And when you talk about numbers, Ben, let me point something out to you here. A'ja Wilson posted South Carolina posted A'ja Wilson's retirement announcement. This has 442,000 views. Mind you, there's been a recent increase in that viewership number since Caitlin Clark announced hers, right? Caitlin Clark's retirement video announcement has 1.7 million views. You think everyone's not Nike. We're not going to hold a line here and put Caitlin Clark in the back so the slows don't get upset. No. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay? If you don't like it, tell A'ja Wilson to change her jersey number. Caitlin Clark is the 22 of the league. Deal with it. That's just what it is. Deal with it.
The funniest thing that I saw was people saying, I feel like they're rushing this Caitlin Clark jersey retirement process. That's what motion means, folks. You see how we got here together? You see how we arrived at the same conclusion together? When you rush things and you hurry because the hype and the craziness surrounding it is just so overwhelming, you have to act. That's what motion is.
You put it out there.
Imagine having the last name Wilson and not having your own basketball. That's tough. That's tough. That's crazy.
And this, I'm not even trying to come at A'ja. I promise you, I'm not trying to come at A'ja, but this is ridiculous. She needs to speak out against her fans. She has to speak out against her fans. The same expectation that Caitlin Clark had throughout the WNBA season to denounce bullying and harassment and racism and solve all the world problems. A'ja Wilson should tell her fans, listen, if she wants to have her jersey retirement on February 2nd, she very well can. She's the biggest 22 in the league.
That's true. If she's such a big star, if she's such a big star, I mean, why is this even a big deal? Caitlin Clark's a nobody. She's nothing.
Right.
We got big 22. We got big 22, A'ja Wilson in the building, and we're crying about measly old Caitlin Clark. Come on.
She's
Caitlin Clark.
She's not the sole reason people are watching the WNBA. This should not matter. This should not matter. A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. This shouldn't even matter to you or her fans. Slows? What's the problem?
It's when you just need something else to complain about. It's just when you just need something else to complain about.
Ben, this has been a hoot to me. I'm telling you right now. Here go more tweets here from one of the slows. Every time, shaking my head, they are disrespectful as hell. Another slow tweeted, this isn't the Clark era, never going to be a Clark era because she's nothing special. All she does is hit logo threes, barely, and pass the ball. Any point guard can do that and better. I actually know someone who is better. So this is a slow that's, crashing out online because...
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely. You take the floor, Ben.
Folks in the chat, this is going to be real quick. I am fairly new to Twitter to a degree, right? For those of you in the chat who don't believe people think like this, I was with you. Not too long ago. People think like this, talk like this, converse like this, agree on things like this. We're not lying to you. It's bad out there. The conversation is outrageous. Outrageous. The fact that people think like this. Oh my goodness gracious. How dare Caitlin Clark breathe my air? How dare she drink my water? Jesus Christ.
The number 22 belongs to A'ja Wilson. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so again, I would have to reiterate because I tweeted and I just said, I think the focus or the outrage is misplaced. Slows, you all should be wondering why she's just now getting her jersey retired. But the thing is, even with this announcement, we're going to go on to that next, even with the Nike expansion announcement, the Sports Illustrated cover, they still find a way to make A'ja Wilson a victim. And I'll be wondering to myself, I think to myself sometimes, I wonder, does she read some of this stuff and be like, why are y'all trying to victimize me?
No, she's like, yes. She feeds off it. Here's
an example here. This is after now. ESPN, the announcement for A'ja Wilson, ESPN contract extension. I'm sorry, the Nike contract extension. One of her supporters said, I wish the media would talk more about A'ja than Clark. Clark is an amazing talent, and she is going to be the face of the league soon. But A'ja is the face now and the best player and should be given the praise she deserves.
Folks, we crowned her MVP before the season even started. What more praise can she possibly want or deserve?
We have been told the entire season A'ja Wilson is the best player on the planet. Monica make nothing smart to say. Shanae Ogwumike, Andrea L. Duncan, Jamel fall off the hill. All of you. You all have shoved down people's throats the entire WNBA season that A'ja Wilson is the best player on the planet. She's playing off this planet. She's the best player this world has ever seen. She has a statue. She has merch. She's on the cover of the WNBA. When you turn on the league app, she's on the cover. What more? And this mentality here is what I'm always confused about, because a lot of her fan base, which makes her very unlikable, continues to holler that she's not talked about enough.
I really want the whole entire... Was I somewhere else for this entire WNBA season? Were we not talking about A'ja Wilson throughout the year? Were we not talking about Caitlin Clark? We were talking... CJ, all these people get talked about. If I'm not bending over, kissing their ass, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. If my lips aren't directly placed against their cheeks, it's not good enough for these people. It's literally not good enough.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So if the hostess asked you, what do you mean by these people? What would you say, Ben?
If the shoe fits, wear it. That's what I'd say. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's exactly what I would say.
Seriously. So I don't know, man. Honestly, when it comes to this jersey retirement announcement, I hope Iowa doesn't give in and shift the date. I don't think they are.
If they give in, I would
I
lose
would
it.
be upset.
I would lose it. I would lose it.
I would be
I
upset.
would
We're not
give it.
moving anything. You move yours. We're not moving.
This is like going to ice cream and getting chocolate ice cream, and then your sister wants chocolate ice cream. Like, oh, but I'm getting chocolate. We both can have chocolate ice cream. You do realize we both can have the same flavor. We can have our jerseys retired at the same day. Yeah, my arena will be sold out, and your arena will be an arena. That's it. That's it.
Because these people swear up and down, I don't root for Asia Wilson. I do like Asia Wilson.
Do we got the ticket sales, the ticket prices since we're here?
Yes. Actually, and I was going to mention this too. Actually, to note, the tickets to this game, Caitlin Clark's retirement, is starting at $711. This is the most expensive in women's basketball history.
Damn.
The ticket sales are starting at $711. So the thing is, the outrage to me only cries insecurity. If you are the face of the league, if you have the fan base that supports you, you shouldn't even be worried about who else jersey is being retired. There may be some high school kid who maybe was a manager of the team because they have a learning disability and never got to play, but they may have a special ceremony that night too. Slows? What, they supposed to move theirs too? Asia isn't the only one. What about February 2nd? What if that's somebody's birthday? They can't celebrate it.
The slows, man. Ticket prices I believe the ticket price for that game was like $200 before it got announced that her jersey was getting retired. Then it goes to $700. That's motion one. Number two, it's their only nationally televised game. So let's actually use our brain and think why this makes sense. Number three, this is against USC. Juju coming to town. I know logic doesn't really appeal to some of the old guard, but we got to really start using some of this. We really got to start using some of this logic. I declare February 2nd Asia Wilson Day. That's right.
You're declaring that?
Asia Wilson Day. I'm popping bottles February 2nd.
The people don't agree. The people are not going to agree. And that's the thing that I've been literally pushing on this platform repeatedly. Like, listen, you can shove someone in people's face all you want. Haven't you guys seen the past 20 plus years? You can shove something in someone's face all you want, but the people decide who the star is, not the media. The people do. It always works that way. Now, if someone announced a retirement video and it gets over 1 million views and yours get less than 500,000, whose fault is that? Don't come crying saying you're not being promoted. You are promoted. You have a statue. You have a contract extension. You're all over the place. You can't make the people like you. They just have to want to. Seriously. Now, I'm tired of all this hooting and hollering. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all the hooting and hollering from the slows and the freedom fighters. They get under my skin sometimes.
Yeah, they got to look in their mirror.
Yeah.
They gotta look in the mirror, right? If the views aren't as high, then you guys gotta support more. I mean, that's what a lot of this comes down to, right? It's like you guys have the ability to go out and invest and support and promote. You could have rallied around your girl instead of sitting on Twitter and, oh, she's the best thing since sliced bread. Instead of doing that, you could have went
Put
to a
your money
game,
where your mouth is. Slows.
bought a jersey, done something. But prior to this year, when there's 6,000 people in a 15,000 seat arena, doesn't look good for the Slows. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. It's like you know what it is? They're just window shopping. They're walking by and like, oh yeah, that's. They don't want to buy. They want to sit and be like, oh, that's so nice. Woo, that material. Oh God, how much is that again? Oh yeah, I'll go next door. Thank you.
Nah. It's like, hey man, Asia Wilson, the best player in the world. Ain't that white girl ain't no better than Asia Wilson, man. She the best player in the world. Stop playing the Asia Wilson face. How much her shoes? $120. No.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I gotta get you next time.
She ain't that good. I don't know. She ain't that good. You get
That's
her
what it
jersey.
is.
The Slows ain't buy her jersey. You don't believe me? The Slows did not buy this woman's jersey. I'm telling you now. I think I got it here. Nope, that ain't it. Here it is. The Slows and the Freedom Fighters talk all this mess, but you guys will not buy this woman's jersey. More people bought. Caitlin Clark leads the league in jersey sales. Then Angel Reese, Sabrina Ionescu, Kate Martin, and then it's Asia Wilson.
Crazy amount of white privilege on that list.
It's a lot. It's too much.
I must say. That's wild. Holy
It's
crap.
too much. It's too much. So yeah, I don't want to hear any outrage. My thing is put your money where your mouth is. Go buy YouTube TV, ESPN Plus. Go buy whatever it is you have to buy so the viewership numbers can go up, and that way there can be an increase in demand. Everyone's not Nike.
Because people will watch. We saw that with the finals. If people want to watch you, they'll watch you.
They'll watch you. But it's easier to tweet and it's easier to complain. That's all it is here. Oh, did you catch Aliyah Boston's Instagram post?
I did. Aliyah, where you going? Are you going to Iowa or are you going to South Carolina? That's my question. Where is she showing up at?
It's a tough decision for Aliyah Boston.
How many points per game are you trying to average next year?
And Aliyah, now you got a lot on your shoulders, baby. You got a lot on your shoulders because if you attend Caitlin's, your teammate, then you're a coon. You're a sellout. Go on and hop on Sellout Airlines and fly over here with me, baby. That's what they call me. They call me a sellout and a coon. You're going to be a coon, Aliyah, if you support white Jesus and not Asia Wilson. But this was a hoot to me. This was funny to me when Aliyah, she put on her Instagram. This was funny, girl. She said, it's always go Cox, but so happy for you, sister. Congrats and go Hawks for today. Aliyah Boston posted this on her Instagram once Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement was announced. So I don't know, Caitlin, Aliyah girl.
Is Aliyah going to have any backlash? Is calling Caitlin Clark a sister going to lead to some backlash?
Woo! You called her a sister too? They going to get her worse than they get me for calling her white Jesus. They've called me all kind of devil worshippers and everything, and they literally, I just call her white Jesus.
Get out of here.
Aliyah,
Devil worship.
It hurts they black hearts. It hurts your black heart to see Aliyah Boston, who came from South Carolina, and the great Don Staley, call Caitlin Clark sister.
That's crazy.
This was a hoot to me.
You know, she got a text message right after, like, how dare you? How dare you call her that?
The ancestors wouldn't be proud.
Yeah, exactly. Freak. The worst part is that this is all not too far out of the realm of possibility. Like, we got Cheryl texting L. Duncan. We got Asia Wilson. Yo, Aliyah, you called her assistant now. I don't know. Like,
Too far, man.
That's too far.
What they doing to you out there in Indiana, man? You've left your roots.
Yeah, it's ominous out there in Indiana. You're gonna get jumped, Aliyah. Goodness. The only thing that would have made this better if this picture was her against the Gamecocks. That would have been hysterical.
Yes. Yes, and I like that Aliyah posted this. I am so glad that Aliyah is standing strong. Like, don't give in to the pressure, Aliyah. It's okay.
Not like Temmie, goddammit.
Temmie.
Temmie. Oh,
Aliyah,
man,
it's
Temmie.
okay to support your white teammate. It doesn't make you a sellout.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Stop listening to the ashy hoteps. Don't listen to them.
Gosh.
Aliyah, you can support your white teammate, and I love that Aliyah posted this. You go, Aliyah. You did a good job. You earned you a steak and a drink. You go get you a steak. Aliyah's standing up. Aliyah is growing up. You can support you. You don't only have to support your black teammates, Aliyah. You can support your white teammates. It's okay. Just tell them to deal with it. That's all. Aliyah. Good job, Aliyah.
I hope this translates to the court, to be honest. This seems like some FU to it, if I need to be honest, right?
I was thinking that too.
It seems a little FU to it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah.
But like you said, grew up.
Yes.
I'm not 24 anymore. I'm 25.
Yes.
Fuck that
I
shit.
don't owe y'all anything.
Mm-mm.
I don't owe you anything.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Yeah. That is big. That's a bigger deal than I think people think it is.
Yeah.
Especially being that she's
Aliyah.
from South Carolina. Especially being that she went to South Carolina. That's kind of the old guard-ish. So speaking out like that, salute to you, Aliyah. Appreciate that.
Good job, Aliyah. You come on over to the bright side. No pun intended on bright.
Well, with the way Brittany Griner treats her on the court, I think she's already on the bright side. I think I think Aliyah's already on the bright side. I don't think they like her out there.
Listen, let me tell you something. This upcoming season, if Brittany Griner goes at Aliyah Boston again like she did this past season, I'm going to call into Phoenix and demand a drug test for Brittany Griner.
Ooh.
That's how you got to get her. You
Like
just got to. I'd like Brittany Griner to have a random drug test. You stop it, Brittany Griner.
And there shouldn't be any chemical. There shouldn't be any chemicals that aren't, you know.
I'm calling it a random drug test to Brittany Griner if she does Aliyah Boston like that again this season. I'm telling you right now, you better stop smoking those drugs, Brittany.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm on your butt.
All that hashish. God.
You better stop drinking those drugs.
Ooh,
You're trying to bully people. Seriously. So yeah, shout out to Aliyah Boston. I love that she isn't. I love that she's not trying to keep the ticket to the cookout or the invite to the cookout. No, don't worry, Aliyah. You can come to this cookout over here. Come on, Aliyah. It's okay. No one's gonna judge you. Seriously. But no, I mean, you have anything to add regarding the Caitlin Clark? Regarding the Caitlin Clark retirement video?
No, I got nothing else to add. I'm just happy that at least Iowa is acting. I'm glad that there is some adult in the room that's giving her the send off that she deserves. Salute to Iowa. Salute to Iowa.
Yeah. I'll be tuned in. I'll try to I'm actually going to try to go. I'm gonna definitely make I'll be in Indiana for the WNBA All-Star. You going to All-Star?
I might. I don't know if people want to just chill in the live and hang out and watch in the live in the venue, but we'll see. We'll see what All-Star is looking like.
If you go to WNBA All-Star, you gotta let me know so we can meet in person.
W360 BDP live All-Star. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll see. Let me know what you think, chat.
We'll see. Before I go on, I want to talk about Asia Wilson's Nike contract extension. Someone said I told people the real, or I'm sorry, not someone. Dennis Barry says I told people the real rivalry is CC and Asia. It's just getting started. I don't think Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson is a rivalry at all. No,
we can't take the toothpaste out of the bottle. And I'd be mad. I like the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. I'm already sold. I'm already sold in this. I'm invested. We got to keep it.
You like the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark?
I mean, we're already there.
It's the only thing for it. I'm tired, Ben.
Well, I'm tired that they're always in a conversation. But if we're actually talking rivalry, I mean, everybody else's name is just, if it's not Angel Reese or my dear friend Kennedy Carter, God, I love me some Kennedy Carter. If it's neither of them, yeah, I like Kennedy Carter. If it's neither of them, then I mean, we can't fabricate rivalries for Caitlin Clark. Asia Wilson versus Caitlin Clark is like a.
This rivalry doesn't make sense to me. That's the whole thing. Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark, it makes as much sense as Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. At least Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark has the controversy behind them with the LSU and Iowa game, but Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark, nothing about this makes sense to me. If anything, it just gives Asia Wilson the benefit.
Yeah, this is leech behavior. Yeah, it's leeching. If there's some type of rivalry, it's like this does nothing for.
If anything, this is Chelsea Gray and Caitlin Clark makes more sense because at least Chelsea Gray is deemed the point guard of the league, but Caitlin Clark is really the point guard. That makes more sense to me than Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. It's manufactured, like you said, because they keep trying to say Asia Wilson is the face of the league, but she's not. Phenomenal player. She's just not the face of the league. No one gets to decide that but the people. And the people have spoken. Deal with that.
The league spoke.
What do you mean?
One person has all their games on TV, one person doesn't. It's that simple, right?
Yeah, that's true.
One team, ESPN's like, I want their games, and then one team, NBA TV is like, I want NBA Finals reruns from 1996. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, people have already spoken. You can't manufacture rivalries. The Angel Reese Caitlin Clark thing, it was a moment that's continued into the WNBA.
But I think that moment has passed. And that's what I'm saying. They're trying to, because you see that they're making them play 5 times that season. I'm just like, if anything, Caitlin Clark and Dejanay is more of a rivalry. Caitlin Clark and J.C. Sheldon is more of a rivalry.
Now, Caitlin Clark and Dejanay, I can get on board with that.
Oh, for sure.
I can get on board with that. I like that. That I like. That I like. That I like.
Oh, that's delicious, baby. Caitlin Clark and Dejanay, that is delicious.
That is good.
It's delicious. That's an original rivalry. Dejanay, she did her big one. She did. She did it herself. She caused chaos last season every time they played. So now I'm looking forward to watching them play again. Hopefully Melissa isn't around.
Yeah, we don't
when
need
they
Melissa.
play.
Yeah, we don't need Melissa. Yeah, Dejanay doing the seatbelt. I'm a fan of it, man.
Dejanay is good.
Like, I'll be honest here. When Jaylen Brown did the seatbelt celebration, did you see this? Jaylen Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Brown, and everybody was like, oh, copying the Dejanay Carrington, and everybody was like, no, nobody copied the Dejanay. I got to be honest. Before I saw Dejanay Carrington do the seatbelt, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I don't watch the NFL. Dejanay's the first one to make this go hard as hell.
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
She is.
Yes. And I've said this in previous videos. Dejanay is good. You will never, I do think she focuses, she misguides her outrage, she should really be trying to push her highlights because she's actually good. But the clout chasing and the race baiting is like, ugh, gosh, that stinks. You stink for that. You're a goof for that. But you can't deny her talent on the floor. Dejanay is good. I don't care what anyone says.
And that's the thing. You want to like these players, but then they start doing their off the court antics and shenanigans and race baiting and drama and click. It's like, dude.
They turn into a goof. They make you just say, ugh.
Yeah. At least Kennedy Carter stays quiet. Salute to Kennedy.
Kennedy Carter is a mental case. I cannot believe you be pushing Kennedy Carter on your platform, man. Kennedy Carter is a mental case.
She's so good, man.
She's so good.
She's so good, man. She's so good.
She is good.
She's
but
so
I think
good.
she should stay where she's at. She should stay where she's at. She's a case. She's a mental case. That girl is cuckoo. She's cuckoo. She can't stay on the team.
I want to see somebody mess with Caitlin Clark with Kennedy Carter on our team.
I don't trust that Kennedy Carter will have her back.
You don't think so?
Loyalty to the Freedom Fighters. No, she's a part of the Freedom Fighters. That's where her loyalty lies. She's already pledged to the Freedom Fighters. No, she can't be trusted. She's already pledged her allegiance to the Freedom Fighters. That's what she do. She fight for the freedoms of the WNBA black players. The Freedom Fighters. Kennedy Carter can't be trusted. Ever.
God damn it, Kennedy.
No. She's good, though.
I'll work on it, Kennedy. I'll work on it.
Kennedy is good. I just wish she wasn't a head case. I wish she wasn't a head case. What are you thinking about A'ja Wilson? It was breaking news this week that A'ja Wilson, 3 times WNBA MVP and 2-time champion, is signing a 6-year contract extension with Nike in one of the richest shoe deals for a women's basketball player.
That means nothing. That means nothing. You ready for this? With Caitlin Clark. Okay. With Caitlin Clark's deal, right? Like 8 years, 28 million, something along those lines. Mm-hmm. Ready? 8 years, 28 million. You hear how there's a number attached to the actual deal? How much is this deal worth? What's this worth?
I'm not exactly sure.
So how is it why aren't we talking about how big it is if it's one of the biggest?
She probably don't want the number disclosed.
Because
she don't
it's
want
not
people
that
to know how much money you got. I'm telling you, with black people, when you hit the lottery, you can't tell people how much money you got. You're going to have family members that you ain't never met before hitting you up asking to pay their rent. No. I am broke. I am poor, girl. This Nike deal was all the funds go to charity. So she probably didn't want that number out there. She from South Carolina, too. She going to have family from Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana, everywhere hitting her up saying, listen, I did Ancestry.com. We related. Can you let me hold $1,000? I got this investment opportunity. What I want to do is open up this restaurant because the restaurant is going to sell nails and guns. It's a brilliant idea. That might be the reason why.
Damn.
Or it could be that they didn't give her no money. What you thinking?
What did Nike do for A'ja Wilson before they signed the extension? Like, do they have anything together? Do they have any type of
they
history?
have a shoe release. I know her shoe is coming out next week. I mean, not next week. Next year. Her shoe is coming out next year. I know that. Of course, which a lot of people felt like, Caitlin Clark's shoe should have already been released, especially since she's the motion of the WNBA and she's the biggest player right now in sports. But, she has to wait behind A'ja Wilson because the Freedom Fighters are going to be upset. okay, and the slows. They're going to be upset. So they have.
How come I don't hear? How come I don't hear anything about Asia Wilson? We get the CC Time Magazine article, and then I've seen Asia Wilson's name more in this past week than I have in the last 2 months.
Well, because this past week she got the Nike contract extension, and then she got the Sports Illustrated cover. She was announced on Sports Illustrated as the Player of the Year.
Ooh.
She's announced as Player of the Year. Asia Wilson got better at everything while compromising nothing. Sports Illustrated is ending the year by naming the top performer of 2024 in each sport. So listen, Ben, real quick, here's my thing with this, right? Again, I think Asia Wilson is getting everything she deserves. I don't want to be misconstrued here. Asia Wilson deserves what she's getting. She deserves what she's getting. It's her fan base that makes you just really kind of go, ugh. But she deserves what she's getting. Asia Wilson is a hell of a player. Okay, she's done remarkable things in her career. But my whole thing is, since she's gracing the cover of Sports Illustrated, Sheila Johnson, do you think it'll be fair to say that this isn't fair? She's not the Player of the Year. The WNBA should grace this cover for League of the Year. Are you going to have that same energy for the Sports Illustrated cover that you have for the Times article and cover? Does this apply to the Sports Illustrated cover? Is it unfair that Asia Wilson gets the Sports Illustrated cover? Should she embrace the players before her?
I think so. I think so.
I think so too.
If a call wasn't made to Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper for their blessing to be named Sports Illustrated WNBA Player of the Year, she needs to give that award back to Emma Bacchiarelli or whoever the hell nominated her for the award.
Or let's keep it consistent with what they say. So if Caitlin Clark has to give homage to the black players, I think Asia Wilson should have to give homage to the white players.
That's brilliant.
Asia Wilson has to cover this. Asia Wilson
Becky
has to share
Hammond.
this cover.
Becky Hammond.
She needs to cover this. Share this cover with Rebecca Lobo.
That's true. That's
Elena
true.
Della Day.
Yeah.
Sabrina Ionescu. We got to keep this stuff even here, folks.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Right? Or am I tripping?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. We got to get an interview for her to apologize. I actually want an apology for the skill level that she has. She needs to apologize for me for being at least somewhat decent at basketball. So I need an apology for that. Second thing, Sports Illustrated. Did you ask anybody in the league if this was okay?
No.
Did you call Kathy Engel brain dead? Kathy, is it okay if I put Asia Wilson as the WNBA Player of the Year? Or is there somebody more deserving? I thought Christy Wallace deserved it. Personally, that's just me. I mean, she's white.
You know what? I like that idea. That idea.
She's white and she's white. I mean, 3 for 3. Give it to Christy Wallace, Player of the Year, WNBA.
Absolutely.
She probably feels left out. She woke up like, damn, I really had a chance. I agree. Christy
Did you see the season Christy Wallace had? Let's just throw names out there. Christy Wallace is a dog. Chelsea Gray is the point guard. Let's keep it all even. Since we're just giving people titles and names, I think Christy Wallace should have been on this cover. I agree. I agree. Asia Wilson should definitely share this cover with Christy Wallace.
And then we have both sides of representation. We have black and white.
And then throw Christy Sides on there. You got to throw Christy Sides on there. Do you see the season she's had? And my whole thing is, with this happening, her being, again, I'm just talking about the logic that's being pushed through the WNBA. Do I think Asia Wilson deserves this cover? Absolutely. But we're talking about the leadership here and why this is a problem in the league. According to Sheila Johnson, when Caitlin Clark was on the cover of New York Times magazine, the whole league should have been on the cover. So why don't you have that same energy for this Sports Illustrated cover? Y'all just hate this girl because she's white. It's just not white. That's what it is. Y'all hate her because she's white. And my whole thing, I would honestly have more respect for you if you just came out and said it.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Don't treat us like we're idiots.
Huh?
Don't treat us like we're idiots. Don't make up 10 million excuses on why you don't like this person. We know why you don't like her.
You don't like her. She's white.
She's melanin deficient. They don't like the term white.
She's white.
Oh, damn.
She's white. And from Iowa, she has a boyfriend. Okay. Becky Hammond wouldn't share a cover with her, probably because she wants to reproduce. Who knows?
That is the first question that Becky asks potential free agents. Are you thinking about starting a family? No? No? Okay, here, sign this contract. Oh, yes, you are? Okay, get out of here. We don't need anybody. We don't need any of that.
In the near future, are you thinking about having children? Because if so, get out of my town.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of my town. That's what Becky Hammond told me. Get out of my town if you're thinking about being a mother. We don't have mothers around here. Go to another school or team.
Wait, what'd you say, De'Erica? You're having a second child? Oh, yeah, no. One's bad enough, but two and you're through. Goodbye.
You're a two-time mother with men?
No. You're a two-time felon.
You're a two-time mother. We need you to be a two-time WNBA All-Star. We don't have mothers around here.
I could have won a different way. A two-time something else.
Lord.
We'll leave it at that. Did that get to you? Did that get to you? That made its way over? All right.
So just so that way, we don't. I mean, in case I think somebody said in the chat, what did Sheila Johnson say? Let me play for y'all what Sheila Johnson had to say for Caitlin Clark's New York Times cover, and then we'll come back and move on.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to. It's just the structure.
Couch, hasn't it? The Caitlin Clark effect. Why do you think that has been the case?
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now, it is time for that to happen. So last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said, the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents.
You mentioned Time magazine.
Yes.
And Caitlin Clark has made a point of using that moment to say, we need to celebrate.
Every time I hear this, I promise you, this is a hoot to me. I didn't even think that. I said, she can't be serious. She can't be serious, but she's a co-owner of the Washington Mystics. And again, this is why this type of mentality that the leaders are projecting is why, or a big issue with the WNBA, if you ask me. And people love to say, like, content creators like myself or yourself and other content creators are, you guys just bash the W. You guys just hate the W. No, we want this to be successful. We're fans. We watch. You think I'm going to pay my money for something I don't like? I don't do how people do in the comments that put negative stuff in the. I don't watch people I don't like. I don't watch things I don't like. We're rooting for you, Sheila, but you sound dumb to me.
It's like you got a class full of D students, and then one kid gets an A. Oh, I think the whole class deserves an A. I think the whole class deserves to be valedictorian.
We're going to curse the grade.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
We got one student that's performing on unheard of levels as like, well, man, now I got all these people that average 33s and 42s and 51s and 22s. It's like, damn, now we got to give them all a shine. All right, let's curve the grade. Let's not bring up the smart student because it'll just make everybody else feel dumb. All right, guys. That's bad.
Yeah. And so my only question would be, is Sheila going to go on another platform, maybe Cheryl Swoop's podcast, and say, hey, this Sports Illustrated cover, it should have been the whole league. It's not just Asia Wilson. Or is this just reserved for Caitlin Clark, white Jesus?
Well, why isn't CNN bringing her on to talk about the Sports Illustrated cover of Asia Wilson?
Because CNN is in on it too.
Oh, no.
They're in on it too.
Oh,
Being
no.
said, I don't want any issues with CNN.
No.
I don't want any issues.
It's like CNN, if you're on it, why aren't we building up our freedom fighters, CNN? Why aren't we showcasing our freedom fighter Asia Wilson on our platform?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd much rather complain.
She got a book for black girls. It's just a bunch of bull, man. It's a bunch of bull, but I think
this is another thing that if you didn't play this though, people won't believe.
Mm-hmm. They think that I was just pulling this out of my behind.
Just pulling it out the butt.
I'm not pulling this out of my hoot. I'm not pulling it out of my pie hole. I'm telling you right now, there are the slows out here that are saying this crap, and they're in leadership positions in the WNBA. So when people ask, like, well, why I ain't never heard of the WNBA? Or why? It's because of slows like Sheila and the other slow tweets that we put up. And the other freedom fighters and slows. They're holding the league back. They're not sports fans. They're people that gather and they discuss which color to dye their hairs. They discuss which gauge of septum ring they're going to put in next. Their childhood traumas. And why everyone is racist against them in their world. At work, at the gas station, at the ice cream shop, everyone is so racist. And the WNBA was our safe space. And now everyone is here. All these fans are racist.
Yeah, we're invading. Everybody with morals and codes and responsibility, and those who take accountability. God, we have invaded. The people with brain cells have come to take over. It's ominous here in the WNBA. It's wild. It's like these people have had like chilling at a lunch table, talking to themselves. And here comes Keelan. Here comes Caitlin Clark just walking through the fucking cafeteria. Oh shit, scaring them to death. Man, we gotta get her.
How do you feel about being labeled, one of the racist new fans? Or has anyone DM'd you that or called you that in your comments or anything like that? a disruptor of the WNBA. That's what my show
Definitely.
has been called. It's been called a disruptive show.
I've just been called the coon. The usual
Oh, yeah,
run
I
of the
get the
mill,
coon, yeah.
uncreative stuff. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm stealing hoteps. So if there's any hoteps coming at me, calling me coons, I'm coming after you guys. I'm coming after you
Oh
guys.
yeah, the hoteps. They school me. They definitely let me know that as a black woman, you shouldn't sit up and talk about black women like this. Mind you, I
Wait.
just
They're not the
talk
same
about
hotep.
basketball. Huh?
They're not the same. They're not the same hoteps that scam their own community, right? We're talking about a different set of hoteps. Same set of hoteps.
They're all the same.
Okay.
They're all the same. They're all the same. Okay, we're talking about all the hoteps who don't care what happens in the community. Only if a white person is involved. Okay, that's when we got to stand up and say, "Hey, hold on, man, hold on."
Mm-hmm.
This black woman up here talking about this black player that I ain't never watched or supported. No, I ain't spending my money on no shoes or no jersey or no ticket. What I look like? I ain't taking my kids that I don't never see to no damn game. You ain't finna sit up here and talk about this black woman that I don't support as a black woman. For no white girl. Deal with it. Hotel.
It's wild. We we technically do more supporting than the hoteps. We do more to bring notoriety and attention to WNBA than everybody else. Because you guys had 25 years to bring attention to the WNBA and nobody decided to step up. So here we are. Salute. Ben Daniel, yours truly, Coon of the Year.
CJSoFoolish, yours truly.
Coon runner up.
Yo, someone said, I'm sorry, I don't mean to say. Someone, Eric said, I love Hood CJ. What's up, Miss Fins? Miss Fins said, you're so right. Thanks, Michelle. I'm a YouTuber, LOL. So the Dolphins is my jam, but I love W360 and CJ. What's up? Let me see. Top Gun says, yeah, I've been called an uneducated new fan. Been banned on Chicago Sky Live once.
Damn.
Scott Hemp says, CJ never criticized Chrissy Size because she's white. Scott got to be being sarcastic. I think I roasted Chrissy Size all season. But speaking of the behavior that a new fan should display, I want to talk about Neko Ogwumike.
Oh.
And this
Oh.
in this video that Neko Ogwumike put out, basically as a direct to new fans, and you know how they're expected to act towards the WNBA. So let's take a look at.
We have rules. We have rules to conduct ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. Or we don't get gold stars, and I want my gold star. Goddammit! So tell me what we need.
Well, let's take a look and see what Neko Ogwumike says.
And I really feel that now people are finally recognizing it in whatever is their gateway. I am totally up for however, even if you just happen to buy a jersey that ended up being a WNBA jersey, you're like, oh, okay, I guess this is my team now. Yeah. You know, like, I just feel like however you enter it, be open to it, be curious, don't be critical, and be a part of this history and this legacy.
Spoken like a true politician. Be curious and not critical. Love it. Love it.
Be curious and not critical. Ben, please give me your thoughts on Neko Ogwumike's guidelines to, new fans.
There's no context that's needed, right? That's the most important thing to understand. It doesn't matter what she said before. It doesn't matter what she said after.
Yeah, because I was going to say that it's, to be fair, maybe this clip is taken out of context. I haven't even bothered to go look at the whole interview because I don't care. I've seen her speak multiple times before, so this is right on brand for something Nneka Ogwumike and her sister Shanae would say. But
exactly.
Go ahead,
This follows the train of thought all year, the script all year, the way of thinking all year. You can watch, but don't talk about our game unless it's positive things. Don't criticize, don't offer pointers. That's why the discourse on social media is as bad as it's been, because we have real fans talking like, wait, can we work on this? Can we get better here? We're not too good there. And then you have old WNBA freedom fighters saying, whoa. There's no need for that, man. Can we just all get along over here? That's really what they're trying to say. It's nasty. It's like curious, not critical. No, Nneka, some of you guys suck. Critical. It is what it is. Some of you guys don't. It's critical. It is what it is. Don't try to police how I'm interpreting this game.
Yeah. And don't forget the homework. Because remember in the beginning of the season, Monica make nothing smart to say. Shanae Ogwumike. Jamel fall off a hill. Andrea Carter, Elle Duncan, and the rest of them. And Elle Duncan, I hate to do this to you because you're from the crib, but still, the rest of them, they stayed telling you, do your homework, do your research, learn about all the lovely players that the players, black women that started this league, and their blood, sweat, and tears will start a museum.
All right, look up the players. Oh yeah,
build a Hall of Fame. Since you want everybody to know and do research, but there is no reason that every single time a white player gets an award, they have to, make sure you mention all these other past players. Build a museum. Build the hall. Build the Hall of Fame. But that's where this thought process comes from. They're the ones that lead this, Make sure you mention us. There's no criticism here. This is a league of inclusivity. No! What do you mean she sucks? Because she only gets 2 rebounds a game and she's 7'2". She doesn't suck. She's just skill challenged. Don't use that term stinks. She's on her show telling people that these women are stinky, dirty diapers, and it's not right. No criticism. So when we come on our platforms and we say, hey, this player is actually, she stinks. She's a stinky, dirty diaper.
You're
then
racist.
You're a disruptor of the WNBA.
It's funny because it seems like be curious, not critical. It's like I'm speaking for myself. It's like I came into the WNBA space being curious, not critical. And then I got a finger pointed at me so many times that I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being curious. Now I will be critical and I will call a spade a spade. Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast. We're calling a spade. But it's the old guard that is very critical of a certain somebody that plays in Iowa wearing number 22. It's very hypocritical. Be curious, not critical, unless I want to be critical of you. Then it's okay. Then we all can be critical. We all can be critical, mean, hateful, hurtful, so on and so forth. It's nasty, man. Yeah, no comment. Yeah, Charles, it's like, God, it's so bad. It's so bad that we're dealing with this. It's so bad that we're dealing with this, and the sport is actually trying to grow, but conversations like this won't let it get to where it should be or where it could be, because they're just going to keep stepping on their own feet.
I agree 100%. I don't know. How do you feel? What do you think is ahead as far as, do you think the media will change as far as how they are, what they're pushing? Like your Jamel Fall Off of Hills and like your Chanel Gumake
Until the season starts.
and your Monica Nothing Smarts to Say. Like, do you think it'll change? Will they be
Until the
more accepting of new fans?
Well, that depends, because what new fans will be coming in now, right? Paige's fans, and Paige has already read the script. Juju's already getting pushed as something she's not yet. So what new fans would they be so against? The new fans coming in would be the fans that would normally come in following top level women's basketball from college, right? Caitlin Clark is the one that really went out in the mud and found people like, oh, you watch this?
Yeah.
I had no idea you watch this. That was Caitlin Clark bringing new fans. Now it's like just the same think tank group of people that'll just be introduced to the WNBA.
So basically, like, it'll be just more sheep group think people.
Yeah.
And I think what's so crazy is I think that's like a audience that we share. We don't have group think people that watch us. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have people that's just go along with the wind and think what they're told to be thought. Like, you know what I mean? No. This actually doesn't make sense. Or no, I don't think she's actually that good. She stinks.
Or she is that good.
Stink. A lot of you stink. Actually, most of you stink. Stinky, dirty diapers. That's what you are. And the thing is, you've been able to exist, but now millions of people are watching, and it's like, she stinks.
It's like, no one's ever told you smelled? Like, what are you talking about? Like, no.
Well, because when you
like, you're walking around, you're walking around with a booger on your face. I'm like, yo, you got a booger on your face. Well, I had no idea. Nobody told you?
No.
Well, here I am to tell you.
No, because when you stink so long, you don't smell it. You become accustomed to the smell. You ever walk in somebody's house and you be like, damn, it's stank in here. But they don't know because that's where they cook and sleep and clean. A lot of us, a good portion of these women, you don't smell around you because it's just hooping and hopping. That's all it's been, just hooping and hopping. Hooping and hopping with a little bit of basketball on the side.
You did say humping, right? You did say humping. I thought you said hopping for a second, but no, it was humping.
Humping.
Okay.
It's just hooping and hopping.
Hooping and humping around.
Just hooping and hopping with a little bit of basketball on the side.
Damn.
So now that millions of sports fans are watching, we're looking at these teams and we're saying, she stinks. Oh, so wait, this player used to date this coach, and wait, this player is married to this player, and wait, hold on.
That's nasty.
What's going on here?
That's nasty. That's crazy.
What is going on here?
Freaking players dating each other and dating coaches and what is going on here?
Order.
What is going on here? What the hell? Are we away on vacation? Jesus. We're just visiting cities, hooping and humping? Oh, man. Hooping and humping. Yeah, Calvin, salute. Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys.
There has to be some order here. Somebody said my volume was low. I just turned it up. Can you hear me good, Ben?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You can hear me good? Someone said my volume was low. That's what it's been. Slows, hooping and humping. Everything goes, baby. Seriously. So we're for the WNBA, man. We want this thing to work. It's a dope product, but we gotta get the hooping and humpers out the way. We just want to see good basketball. We want to see good basketball.
Who's in charge here, letting these players hoop and hump? Who is in charge here?
Pokey Chapman. Pokey Chapman.
Who's that?
Pokey
Who's
Chapman.
What?
Pokey Chapman is in charge here. You don't know who Pokey Chapman is?
No,
man?
I don't know. No.
Let me introduce you. Pokey Chapman, she's an assistant coach for the Seattle Storm, but she's a coach here that has been definitely, she has a past of hooping and humping with her players. Right? She was let go as the head coach at LSU. Did you watch basketball back in the day? Didn't watch? Don't worry, I'll tell you about it. Back when she was the head coach at LSU, she was hooping and humping with one of her players. And this is one of the things that's happening in the league. One of the things that's happening in the league is they still keep playing coaches like Pokey Chapman around, who has definitely been called out for hooping and humping with one of her players. So anything, this is some of the stuff that has to be cleaned up. This has to be cleaned up. Why is she still able to coach? She coaches on Seattle Storm's team. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Allowing Pokey Chapman to still coach in this league is like letting a pedophile chaperone a third grade field trip.
And no, it doesn't matter where they're going.
Seriously. So yes, to answer your question, who's in charge here? Pokey Chapman.
That's crazy.
Pokey Chapman, who's an active assistant coach for the Seattle Storm.
Hey, she
I'm
found
gonna
the.
keep bringing attention to this Pokey Chapman stuff. Pokey Chapman should not be coaching in this league. She's a danger to young women.
Man, that's crazy.
What was you about to say?
She found the right league to play in, I guess. She found her field. She found her field. Right?
Yes.
No need to go out to the club. No need to go to the bar. I'm just going to work. I'm just going to work and see what I can do. Pokey Chapman, gosh.
Pokey Chapman, yes. Research Pokey Chapman, Ben. I'm telling you, I'm going to do everything in my power. And I know y'all watch. I know you watch. I'm going to do everything in my power to get Pokey Chapman out this league. And other coaches like her, you're a danger to young women. You don't need to be coaching women if you can't control your humping.
Yeah, imagine being on a serious note, that's a really good point. Imagine being a 22-year-old and your coach is hitting on you. You finally get to the WNBA. You're Nika Mule. You finally get there. You're showing up to work. You got your flyest outfit on like shit. I'm killing it. And then Pokey comes by.
Hey,
Nika, you look good.
Come on in here in my office for a little bit more game film. All right, we got some film to watch. It ain't game film, baby. I got some more videos to show you.
Oh, man.
I got some more videos that I done saved that you need to watch and study.
Damn.
You want to play on this team.
Yeah,
you study these moves. I got a video to show you these the moves you need to study.
Oh, God. I don't know what Gino was teaching you, but this is what really gets you ready for the WNBA.
Yes, these the moves you need to study here, baby. If you want to play.
You could take this everywhere. Las Vegas, Connecticut. These skills carry over. This skill set carries over.
If you want to play, let me show you a little something. Come watch this film over here. Now we got film at 11:30 p.m. at my house.
Now it's only me and you there.
It's only me and you. I got some one-on-one film that you need to see. You make sure you here on time.
Oh, goodness. Pokey.
Oh, God. Oh, this is funny. I'm sorry. No. Nika probably like, why? Can we leave the lights on? No, we got to dim the lights for this film here.
And it's crazy that Nika is the rookie that we're actually talking about. It works perfectly. It works perfectly, folks.
We're going to dim the lights for this film so you can see clearly. I need you to learn these moves.
Mm-mm-mm.
You need to learn
Oh,
these
yeah.
moves.
Yeah, that'll get you a Best Dressed award, Nika. That'll get you a Best Dressed award.
You want to start? Now, this is how you play. I don't know. What did you think? You were coming into a real league? Absolutely. Now, clear out your calendar for the night. I'll try you to practice in the morning. We got some moves to practice tonight. That's it. I don't know. That's what I heard. I heard that's how the film sessions go in Seattle.
Damn.
Polka Chapman holds one-on-one film sessions. She don't do team film sessions. Her film sessions are one-on-one.
And only the real special ones get that one-on-one treatment. Only the special ones. You got to be real. You got to be something special.
She handpick them. And they're handpicked.
She's the one that does the drafts. She's like, yeah.
We want that player. Well, she didn't play. Doesn't matter. I like her hair. I want her. I want her in Seattle, and I want her. I got a few drills I need to practice with her.
Oh, yeah, we got a good lineup here. Hey, go out and get Skylar Diggins. Yeah, bring her over here.
Skylar Diggins got too much attitude. She too old. She come from. I need one of the younger ones. Get the ones. She too old. I need to get the ones that's desperate to play. Now you want this NIL money or not? Now,
damn.
And then, I'm not even gonna do it. I was about to do something else, but I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm following your lead here.
Follow the lead, Ben.
Woo-wee.
Someone said, please play. Seriously. Now, if you're going to be a part of what we do here in Seattle, did you hear about the
Well, no wonder why nobody picked them from Seattle. Now it's all making sense here.
poking it?
Hands off. This is my merchandise. None of you guys are eligible for the draft.
I know you saw Joel Lloyd's mom at that Seattle halftime performance.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
You come to Seattle, you get you a nice halftime performance. We get one-on-one film. And when you come for film, make sure you're showered and bathed. We're going to go through some drills. Oh, no, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. These are jokes. They're jokes, okay? Don't come sending strikes to my channel. Okay? Don't come send it. Don't do Ben. Ben didn't know that I was going to say this. So, Ben, send it to me. Send it to me. Don't get Ben. Ben is innocent.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Ben is innocent.
Leave me alone.
Ben is innocent. Unrivaled has made an announcement today.
Ooh.
Katie Lou has been announced today as the second wild card spot. How are we feeling about this? And how are we feeling about Unrivaled altogether? It's getting ready to kick off in a couple of weeks here. Will you be tuned in, Ben Daniels, Mr.? Ben
Yeah, I'll watch. I want to see what it's about. I want to see what it looks like. Katie Lou. I mean, I know it'll help her get in shape, but I'm just tired of the Unrivaled telling us that it's going to be the top X amount of players, and then we get Katie Lou, Ray Burrell. It's like, Did you guys not have commitments from 30 players before you told us that it would be the 30 top players? Or, to your point, is everybody a top player? Are we all top players? Are we all top 30 WNBA players? This is crazy, but I'm going to watch. I'm going to see what it's about.
Oh, for sure. I'm watching. I'm covering it. Absolutely. We'll definitely be covering it.
Hopefully,
about
Katie
Katie-
Lou gets her shot going. Katie Lou, please just get that shot going. So when we get the ball wide open, you make it.
So they
I would hate to be critical, but I want her to make the shot. That's it. Just want to make the shot.
You'd hate to be critical.
I hate to be.
Well, so yeah, here's my thing. Like, I think this is great for Katie Lou. I think that she's not playing overseas, right? You need all the practice you can get, Katie, because this past season, and I'm just being honest, this past season was a disaster. She stinks. Katie Lou stunk up the place. Katie Lou stunk up the place. Okay? And that's just being fair. Katie, you couldn't guard a stop sign. You couldn't hit a shot. And I mean, we'll give you grace. You're a mother. You birthed the kid, and I get that. But at this point, go on maternity leave. Go on maternity leave or take a year off. Take the year off. It's other players take years off. Leslie Brown just said this season is a bust. I'm out. Elena Della Don, she was still injured. She took the season off. Take a year off, Katie, and let somebody else play, Kate.
I've never seen that before. Like players just taking. That's another thing that's special to the WNBA. I've never seen a player be like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on this year. I'll be here in 2020. I'm good, man. I don't feel like doing this.
This is humping is enough, but these years of just hooping and humping, no.
My hips can't take all this hooping and humping.
No, I'm not doing a whole bunch of hooping and humping. I'm just gonna do humping this year. I'm gonna take a year off from the hooping. And I think, but honestly, no, seriously, I'm rooting for Katie Lou. I know a lot of people were thinking like Katie Lou, but she's not playing overseas. So someone, it's Rick James. Rick James said she's probably broke. That she's not broke. She's making over $200,000 in her contract. And she's stuck with the Indiana Fever. She's super overpaid.
Yeah, that's right. She's got a fat contract.
She can't even be traded. She can't even be traded. So when I saw this, I said, good. Indiana Fever are stuck with you. So go get some reps and practice in, Kate. So you can hit a shot.
Yeah, because those days.
I hope she does good.
Yeah, the days of missing 6 threes in a game and still staying in the game, those days are behind us. We don't have Christie step aside anymore. So hopefully when she gets in the game, she's really doing what she needs to do. But to your point, we have Aliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Katie Lou, all 3 in the Unrivaled League. So there should be absolutely no slow start to their game at all once the season starts. At all. No slow start at all. You come out March, we have 2 months until it's May. Stay in shape. May 17th, you better bust Chicago Sky's ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Indiana has no business losing to Chicago on May 17th. But I'll tell you this, and to your point, that was a good thing you said. As far as you guys being a part of this league, there shouldn't be any slow starts because we all remember Aliyah Boston start. I've had some in W360 supporters, y'all watching, y'all know, especially if you've been watching since the beginning, I was on Aliyah Boston's butt. Yes, Aliyah Boston, and they used to get mad at me too. But I would just say, Aliyah Boston used to run like she had bricks in her shoes. She was slow, heavy, and that was about the first 10 games of the season. And I know, everybody loves Aliyah Boston. She's a lovely girl. I've said it before. She looks like a lovely girl to go and pick apples with. Absolutely. Go pick cherries, pumpkins, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, if we're talking about on the court, Aliyah Boston started off slow. She stunk.
I think it was the hair dye. Aliyah Boston with the pink highlight stinks. But Aliyah Boston with the natural hair color, she was pretty good. That version was pretty good. What?
It was not her hair dye because the dyed hair wasn't her hair. It was in braids.
The pink?
Yes, it was braids.
What do you mean? So how was it pink if it wasn't her hair?
Because you can get colored hair when you get your hair braided.
Okay, so just give me natural hair color. Aliyah Boston with the natural hair color was good. Just give me the natural hair color. That's all I'm asking for. You're two different beasts. And so I noticed it's like as soon as she had like a pretty bad game, I'm like, wait, the dye is back in her hair. Literally the day of, I'm like, oh, this is what happened. I'm telling you, the middle stretch of the season, I'm serious. The middle stretch of the season, she was playing lights out. No colored hair. The first quarter and the last quarter. You guys think I'm joking. You guys think I'm serious. I have a point. Thank you. It's the hair color. It means seriousness. I'm ready. The pink is like Aliyah. Get out the way.
So you think the hair dye is probably seeking to her brain?
I don't know what it is, or it's just getting to her. She thinks she thinks she feels too good walking on the court. She doesn't need to go as hard. I don't know what it is. But natural color Aliyah, take my money. Aliyah with the pink, the screens aren't as stiff. We're not rolling as hard. We're not fighting for boards as much. It's just different. You guys know, right? Yeah. I know.
You got a little too much color on your chip. You got too much dip on your chip.
Too much dip on that chip. It's just something I noticed.
I don't think her play had anything to do with her hair color, Ben. I just think she didn't prepare. She and the rest of the league wasn't prepared for what this league was about to experience this season with the explosion of viewership and clout and coverage and things like that. Because in this league, you're able to get by being out of shape and being average and just hooping and humping. Nobody really cared, right? Nobody was watching but me.
Yeah.
Nobody was watching but me. You can go to a game and do homework. I'm serious, especially the games during the days. You could take your laptop and do your team's meetings.
Take a conference call?
Yeah, you could take a conference call because there's not much noise in the background, right? So
those were the good old days. Those were the good old days back then.
Good old days.
Man.
That's what the fans are mad about because it's like we've ruined that. Now there are fans at these games that are going to point out, hey, you stink. Why are you running that slow? Why can't you make a layup? You're out of shape. You look heavy. You know what I mean? So now I'm confident Aliyah will come ready this season, though. I think Aliyah will definitely come ready this season for sure. We were talking on the phone, and you had mentioned. I didn't mean to say. But you had mentioned earlier, actually, that Unrivaled had a commercial. Because I want to ask you, like, what are you expecting from Unrivaled? You know, since we'll be covering it. I mean, you'll cover it respectively, and I will. But what are you expecting from Unrivaled?
Like as far as a style of play goes?
Just ask the league.
They need Caitlin Clark to survive. That I'm going to say that.
You really think they need Caitlin Clark?
To survive.
Yeah, okay.
To survive. I mean, I give it, if she doesn't join, I give it a 5-year window. If she joins, as long as she'll take it. If she joins, as long as she'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, it's a new league, and they have a 15-second commercial. We're a month away. They didn't tell us anything to expect about how the games are actually played. They give us 6 frequently asked questions on their website that tells us it's 3v3 on a small full court. We have no expectations. Then I see Ray Burrell give an interview saying that she played this style of 3v3 before. There was a referee involved. It's fast-paced. It's high-octane. It's downhill. Then I thought to myself, maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe they've played this before for 5 years, right? In the off seasons, this is something they get together, do in their spare time. They're like, hey, maybe people want to watch this. I mean, I have a lot more fun playing this than I do playing 5v5. I don't know what their conversations are like. But the fact that Ray Burrell 2 years ago gets invited to a 3v3 game and there's already a ref in place leads me to believe that this is something that they've been playing for quite a long time. So I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and it is high octane, fast-paced, downhill, dribble moves, 3 points, layups, not slow, missed layup, can't grab a rebound, sloppy basketball. I don't want that.
Yes.
I need fun. I need it to be fun.
I agree.
It needs to be entertaining.
I agree. Do you think there are any players in this league that will, bring the entertainment? I think Angel Reese will. I think they should have made Angel Reese the face of this league.
Yes.
Instead of Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. And I think both of those are amazing players. They're lovely girls. But if we're talking about marketing and excitement, I think that they should have capitalized on Angel Reese's marketability and her trash talk. You can even make people believe she's really good. You've done it this WNBA season. And I think they should have capitalized that with Angel Reese. And I say that because even when we talk about, because when we were talking, you mentioned the commercial. And remember I told you, I hadn't even seen this commercial. But if anyone is like me that's watching in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and play the commercial real quick. And then we can come back and talk about it a little bit more, okay?
Coming January 2025. Founded by the stars of women's basketball. A new style of 3-on-3. 6 clubs, more action, more access. Unrivaled, coming January 17th.
Okay, so y'all should have had Angel Reese.
What the fuck is that? What is that? What the hell is that? The hell? You guys wrote 15 words on a piece of paper and read it over a video, and you think we're supposed to be excited for this? You showed me 30 players. I know none of them except for one, and I'm supposed to be excited. Yeah. This should have been Angel Reese plastered all over the place.
Yes, that's what I would do.
All over the place. All over the place.
Yes.
All over the place.
Yes. And then, if anything, have Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier come on the Angel Reese podcast. Hopefully that's in the works. I don't know, but that's what I would do. But it's, again, when we talk about simple things, like as far as marketing to people, do stuff that makes sense. Ben Daniels by the W360, that makes sense. We got the same style of humor. People want to see it. Give what the demand is asking for, right? Not what you think that people will demand after you give it. That's not how it works. It's not. Go with the natural demand. So it's just, goodness gracious. But
Simple
I'll cover.
And then we have the merchandise marketing, the apparel marketing. It's like, again, none of those are Angel Reese marketing the teams. Wait, hold up, real quick. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you go to each team and you click on their apparel, it's not even the players that are on the roster of that team showing off that apparel. It's just Paige and Flaugier.
Yeah.
Nah? They're not even playing this year.
They're not even in the league.
Regular people don't even know who they are.
And you have like model figure players in this league. You guys should have had Angel Reese modeling this stuff. Slows? What are you doing? What? They stink.
I'm not thinking.
They stink. They stink. It all stinks. It stinks. But I'll be watching. I will be watching. I promise you, I'll be watching. I will be watching. Ben, I promise you, I am involved. I'll be watching it also. Kelsey Plum. Now, if you're on social media, because if you're not on social media, you would not have heard of this because this was only announced on social media. Kelsey Plum put on her Insta story, and then they tweeted that Kelsey Plum is no longer a part of Unrivaled.
And by they, you mean random people, not Unrivaled.
Just
random,
random,
random people.
So Kelsey Plum was announced, and then Kelsey Plum said, "Hey, look, I ain't doing this shit no more." And then it was just that. It was just that. And then they came out and said, we're going to have 2 wild cards. Cameron Brink, who's injured. Isn't she the first round card?
Yeah, Cam Brink. Mm-hmm.
Cam Brink. She tore her ACL. So I don't know how she's going to play. And then today, Katie Lou. This whole thing is a mess. It's a mess.
Some teams have 5 players. Some teams have 6 players. I don't know how this is. Again, that's the problem. There's so much questions and skepticism I have around this. It's hard for me to jump in and be like, oh, this is going to be a success. It's going to thrive. It's like, but every decision they've made so far shows me that it's going to blow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you guys are teasing 22. It's Cam Brink, who's not going to be here until next year. It's like, you can't even announce somebody else. You can't go out and get my girl Kennedy Carter and bring her in here. It's crazy.
Here you go with Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter.
We gotta get some in this league. People will watch Kennedy Carter in this league.
They do. And I've said it multiple times on this platform. Kennedy Carter is good, but Kennedy Carter is a head case. She's a liability. She's a liability. She's an endangerment to society. She's a threat to the public. And you know, I just think she needs to be evaluated before we can allow her back in this league.
Did you see the award that she won in China?
Which award was it? I saw something on Twitter.
They made up like a fake award saying, here's Kennedy Carter's award for mentally maturing and growing emotionally and not yelling at teammates and players and reps and coaches and acting like some type of an adult. So Kennedy, here's an award. She's growing. She hears the Indiana Fever. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. The congratulations, you're an adult award. I don't know. I'm not sure. But no,
I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Well, to wrap up, and then we may take some live calls. We may take some. I know a lot of people are asking, can we open the phone lines? So we might open the phone lines. But before we do, I want to ask you as well. NCAA women's basketball. How we feeling? Who you think going to take it this year?
Notre Dame. Salute to Hannah Doggo.
Same.
It's a Jersey thing. Hannah, I love you. Pitbull. She's a dog.
Yeah.
I can't watch Notre Dame beat top 5 teams and say when it's time for the tournament, they're not going to be able to beat top 5 teams and march all the way down there. I think Notre Dame's clearing it. Clearing it. I'm taking USC over UConn, by the way. Shout out to Juju. I'm going out on a limb here. Juju, don't make me look stupid, please. But yeah, I'm definitely taking UConn, Notre Dame to go all the way. All the way.
I'm taking Notre Dame. This is their season. This year. I think Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles and what's that child's name? Sonia
Citron.
Citron. Yes, I was going to say Citrano or cilantro. Sonia Citron. I think they're doing something special there. And Coach Ivy is the coach of the year. Coach Ivy is the coach of the year. This is their moment. This is their moment. I think the UConn era is over. I think South Carolina, that squad is boring. That squad is boring. Okay, but shout out to Raven Johnson. She's from the crib, but that squad is boring. That squad has a lot to figure out, and I don't think Dawn Staley is utilizing the players that actually bring excitement to her games, which is Malaysia Fulwiley and Ashlyn Watkins.
Not only excitement, it'll make them better. Keep her in the game. Don't yank her after a missed shot, after a bad pass.
Yeah.
How is she even going to get better? How is she going to get better if you don't even let her make mistakes?
Because South Carolina is all about Dawn Staley. Nobody is going to be bigger than Dawn Staley. When we talk about South Carolina, Dawn Staley's Gucci jackets and her halftime speeches and her quotes and things like that, that's the forefront. We don't have no players bigger than the big Dawn, baby.
The program. Get with the program. Okay.
Yes. And the program is Dawn, baby. You come here trying to do fancy passes and being a star. No star shines brighter than Dawn. No. If Malaysia Fulwiley was my kid, I'd yank her so fast. She's going to another school where she can shine. Seriously. And I think Dawn Staley is a hell of a coach. I mean, respectfully, but I think she's mishandling Malaysia Fulwiley. Malaysia Fulwiley needs to leave as quick as she can. Leave so you can be the star that you are and not participate in some system that feeds Dawn Staley and her image and her ego that she didn't get to receive when she played because nobody besides me was watching.
I mean, especially with a coach, Dawn Staley, that should be the least of her concern. If anything, look how Dawn Staley is changing and evolving and letting Malaysia do her thing. We're so short-sighted we can't see the forest from the trees. It's like, Dawn, this will do nothing but make you look better. This will do nothing but elevate you and your brand. But I think you feel threatened.
Yeah. I think when it comes to Dawn, she's chasing that spotlight that she didn't receive when she played. When she played in college and when she played overseas and when she played in the league. So she gets to get that spotlight now, but it's through her players. So she's the star at South Carolina. No one is going to shine brighter than her. I seriously think that's what's going on with South Carolina and Dawn Staley and Malaysia Fulwiley. But she brainwashes these kids and make them believe that the grass isn't greener on the other side. But you look at players like Hannah Hidalgo. You look at players like Flage. You look at who's that kid that plays on the wing with Flage? All these other players, Juju.
Nisa Morrow, Michaela Williams.
Nisa Morrow, it's the guard, the shooter, Williams. I think that's her last name.
Yeah, Michaela Williams.
Michaela Williams.
Yeah. She's smooth. She is smooth. Like butter. Like butter. I'll agree with that.
Yes. Look at Olivia at Iowa. Freshman year. These players get to go to these schools and be stars, be the players that they are. Why is South Carolina so constricted to a system? Because no player can shine brighter than Dawn. That's just what I think.
And proof is in the pudding.
Seriously. I don't care. You can talk about, well, they win national championships and they do all of this, but at the end of the day, no, Dawn is the star. Dawn gets the big picture. She holds up the trophy with the confetti and all of that. Dawn is the star at South Carolina. That's her team. Seriously. Kim Mulkey would never.
Yeah, I like him.
I love Kim Mulkey.
Yeah, I like Kim Mulkey.
Love Kim Mulkey. Seriously, but that's just my observation. I just think Dawn Staley is the egomaniac. And that's why Malaysia Fulwiley don't play. She's too big of a star. There's too much fandom here. No one's talking about my outfits. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this sport, into this league that you're going to go into. I'm going to get the shine, not you. You all are going to be under me. That's what's going on in South Carolina. I'm telling you, people don't be wanting to listen to me. I'm telling you.
That sounds like a little Jerry Jones in Dallas Cowboys. Like, hey,
Yes.
I can't hire somebody that's a bigger personality than me. Let's get Mike
Absolutely.
McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, come on, Mike. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what goes on. That's what goes on. All right. That's gonna wrap up. But Ben, you want to take some calls? Do you guys want to call in? Let me ask the chat. Ben, you want to take some calls?
Yeah, we can take some calls.
Okay, we can take some live calls. Let me ask the chat if they want to call in. I take calls during my live shows. I don't know if you watch or not, Ben. I don't know if you watched my show or not. But we can take a couple of calls and then we'll wrap up for the night.
Let's hear what people got to say. Appreciate everybody in the chat coming by, hanging out with us today. Salute to you guys.
Absolutely.
Goodness, Seahawk, Duke, Chad, Gamble. How are we all doing today? Flashy?
Absolutely. Here, let me go ahead and I'll set this up. I'll go ahead and open up the lines. All right. All right, 6. We're going to open up the lines for ya. Open up the lines. Chat, I'm getting ready to open up the lines. Give me 1 second. I'm going to post the number that you can call. 5.
I'm seeing some names from Twitter that I haven't seen. Salute to everybody that's familiar from Twitter that I'm seeing. How we doing? Peggy, standing out. Michelle, Michael, Melinda. Goodness rated Bo. Alan, salute. Appreciate you. What do I think about Juju? It's just going to lead to injury. It's unnecessary. We're chasing ghosts out here. If we're just trying to stat pad. Just got off the job. Indeed, Gamble. Salute to you. Enjoy your holidays with your family. Pokey, you're on the air. Go ahead, Pokey.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm waiting to see what Tennessee does. I like their game, indeed. Don't sleep on the Vols, the Lady Vols.
All right, I'm getting this set up, guys. All right, so I will go ahead and open up the phone lines. Guys, the phone lines are open. Go ahead and call 424-488-7772. 424-488-7772. You can call in if you want to talk about what Ben Daniels and I have talked about tonight, from Caitlin Clark's jersey ceremony to Asia Wilson's Nike deal, the Sports Illustrated cover, everything that we've talked about tonight, NCAA, Unrivaled. Be sure you can call in right now, and we'll talk about it on the air. 424-488-7772. Okay? 424-488-7772.
Why is no one saying anything about Lexi Hull and how she will do in the Unrivaled League? I think Unrivaled League is built for Lexi Hull, if anything.
I do too. I think Lexi Hull would do amazing in Unrivaled League. Yeah.
And it will help her play off the dribble. Oh, man, Lexi Hull taking a ball off the dribble would melt my heart.
Yeah? Okay. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, Matt. Caitlin Clark swinging it to Lexi in the corner. Hard closeout. Whoop. Right by you I go. See ya. Layup.
Yeah, Leslie Hall has to get more consistent, as she had a couple of good games, but then I think she kind of fizzled out in the end. So hopefully she can be more consistent this season. And I want to ask you too, what do you expect from Indiana Fever this season? What
Anything less at the minimum, semifinals in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum, crown me now. Worst case scenario, and we are in the honeymoon phase. Stephanie White, if you get under 30 wins with this team, it's going to get gloomy outside.
Yeah.
Real gloomy out there.
Yeah, that's true. I think Stephanie White is right. Stephanie White, aka White Leather. I think she's going to do good. I don't think that the expectations should be to the sky. No one's going to win a championship this year. Of course, they're aiming for championships, but I don't think that the expectations should be just through the roof. And, but I do think she'll be better than Christy Sides. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right, 424-488-7772, guys. Go ahead and call in. I'm opening up the phone lines. If you want to call in, give your opinion on what we talked about, or say hey or anything. The phone lines are open, okay? 424-488-7772. We're just going to take a few calls, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right, Ben? We're going to take some calls.
Your chat's calling Asia ASIA. This is hysterical.
That's hilarious. All right. 1163, you are on the air.
Hey, it's Amy.
Hello. Can you hear her, Ben?
Yes, I can. Hello, Amy.
Okay, everybody should be able to hear it. What's going on, Amy? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Carolina.
North Carolina's in the building. What's going on, Amy?
Well, I was going to say, the whole Sports Illustrated thing, they've never had a WNBA Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a Sports Person of the Year, but this is the first year they've ever had a WNBA Player of the Year. So they kind of just created this just for Asia, it seems.
So do you feel like this is maybe black privilege?
I don't know. I think they want to push Aja because they think she's the best. I don't know if it's black, white, but yeah, they want to push Aja because they think she's the best. So they give her a fake award they've never done before.
Okay, so you feel like they made this up for Asia?
Well, they've never had it before. Why did they start it now, right after CC won Time Athlete of the Year?
That's a fair question.
Amy, I agree. Amy, that's what I'm saying. I've heard a lot of Asia Wilson since the Time article. It's been a lot of Asia Wilson since the Time article. Oh, just coincidentally. Oh, now we'll tell you about the Nike deal. Oh, now we'll. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Now we'll make up a fake WNBA Player of the Year award. Amy, I think you're right. It's a good point.
Well, but it is true. I looked it up to just see who was the WNBA Player of the Year like in 2022 or 2023. Mm-hmm. There is none because it didn't exist.
Listen, all right. Makes sense to me.
Amy, who would you give that award to? Who's your WNBA Person of the Year?
This year, I'd probably say it's V. V's just impressive, especially for somebody that's only like 6'1", 6'2", and what she does.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Thank you so much,
Amy.
I mean,
Cece's great, but I think she's going to get better, and then we'll give her the award for many, many years. So,
who did she say?
Wait, so who did you say you would give it to?
I said Cece is great, but she's only going to get better, So she will get the award for many, many years in the future. But this year, I think Fee was the best all-around player.
Fee, okay. I'm not gonna argue that.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say this though, Amy. I've seen Fee and Asia Wilson go head to head, and I've seen Fee put Asia Wilson over her lap and give her a firm spanking multiple times. I'm not mad at it.
Well, I just look back, honestly, for both of them, if you look back at the Olympics, when they were having to face, when Asia was having to face actual guarding defense, she did not handle that well. And that's because she gets the favorable calls in the WNBA, so people don't guard her as tightly as they were in the Olympics.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy. Thank you for calling in. We got to get to the next
Okay,
caller.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
She said Nafisa Collier should have been the player of the year for Sports Illustrated. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. All right. 2066. You are on the air. $2066, you're on the air. Vibes in the chat said, I guess y'all think Angel Reese is better than Asia too, huh? What they arguing about in the chat?
Yeah, that was a good point, Sadie. Making up awards?
2066,
Hey.
you're on the air.
Hey, I want to know if y'all will get together to do collaborations and maybe invite a couple of the other CC Top fans to do after the games during the season, because I don't want to listen to the ESPN haters anymore.
Who are the ESPN haters?
Everybody that hates CC, I'm tired of hearing it. I just want to enjoy her game. I like to watch her play, and I want to give her the flowers she deserves.
Okay. It's a good idea. I mean, I
So
understand.
y'all
I
can
get
set
what
it
you're
up.
saying. Huh?
So y'all can set it up so y'all could do it throughout the season.
Okay. It's a
Is
good
this
idea.
Amy?
You have any comments about what we talked about on the show?
Yes, it's all great. That's why I'm a really big fan of Ben and yours, CJ. Just love to watch, to listen to everybody tell the truth. I don't know why they hate her. She's just good. She's fun to watch. I was never a fan before. I'm a sports fan, but it's casual. But I always jump in on, like, the Tiger Woods, the Michael Jordan, the greats. And she is a great. And that's where we all came from, all the new fans, because she's phenomenal. And I'm just tired of them disrespecting her.
I understand. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Loved your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Take
much.
it easy.
All right, we'll do one here. Let's do here 3-2. Uh-oh. Lost connection. Hold on. All right, 1 second. Give me 1 second. Y'all are holding in it. I think it's just too many calls coming in at once. Give me 1 second.
Oh, really? There's a lot of people?
Oh, yeah, it's backed up.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's backed up. It's a lot of calls
Okay.
coming in at once. But,
Cool. That's awesome to hear.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter.
1 second. We'll just take a few more, guys. I'm going to take a few more so we're just not here.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number.
One more. Y'all are still holding. 1 second. All right.
Welcome, host.
Yeah,
You
I
are
think
now
it's
in the
what
host
happens
room
is
and can
when
manage
so
your
many people
callers
are
from the
calling
call-in
in at
studio
once,
web
it'll
interface.
like close it or like it'll like
Okay.
shut it down or something. But I'm gonna just take a few more guys and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay. Um, let's do here 3262. 3262. You're on the air.
Hello. Hi. How
Hello,
are you guys
hello.
doing?
What's going on?
Hi. You hear me?
Yes. What's
Yeah.
your name? Where you calling from?
This is Rich.
What's going on, Rich?
I'm just hanging out here listening to you chuckleheads.
Where you calling from?
You're Iowa.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. What's up?
Hey, I think the Unrivaled ought to give away some free tickets. You guys could sponsor it, and they could choke up a busload to get down there. And we could stay at Rudy's house.
Okay.
Yeah, let's crash Rudy's place, man. I know he's
That's
got some
funny.
drinks.
I don't think Rudy'd walk across town to go see him, but
Yeah.
it'd be a chance to see his new kid anyway.
I got you.
They have this Jersey retirement party. I mean, I don't see why it would make the difference of when it is. It's like if one little Johnny was having a birthday party in Nebraska and Leroy was having his birthday party in Mississippi, why would that matter?
Yeah. I
I
got
mean,
you.
it's not a fan club thing. A lot of people might differ, but which one you going to?
I'm going to Leroy's birthday party. I heard it's at Chuck E. Cheese.
You know Leroy. he knows Leroy.
All right. Thank you, Rich. Thank you so much for calling in.
I think we ought to get Pokey there.
No, we need the kids to be safe. We want the women to be safe and go home.
We'll make it an adult party.
We want the adults to
play
get home.
hide the basketball.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you, Rich.
Hey, keep it up.
Take it easy, Rich.
All right, I'm going to take one more and then we're going to get out of here, guys. I'm going to take one more and we're going to get out of here. One more and we'll get out of here. Up. It ain't come through. It dropped. And then somebody called from an anonymous number. It wasn't meant for you to go through. God said no. All right. We are going to Ben. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up for the evening. Okay. Before we get out of here, I want to, hold on. Let me close these out. Let me close these. Give me 1 second. It's 6 screens over here. People be like, I need to start a show. I'm going to start my own show. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. It's not that easy. But listen, before we get out of here, Ben, please, please, please let people know, if they don't know already, where they can find you at, how they can support you, where they can donate to, anything that you want to leave, any closing comments on anything we talked about tonight.
No, I appreciate you for having me. Appreciate everybody in the chat for hanging around this long, 2 hours. I appreciate you guys. Ben Daniel Podcast everywhere. Subscribe is a donation. A like is a donation. A follow is a donation. Appreciate any type of support, guys. Seriously. Happy holidays. Wish everybody a safe New Year. More importantly, safe New Year. And don't let the freedom fighters get you down.
There you go. There you go. Well, Ben, it has been so fun chatting with you tonight. We have to do this again. We have to do this here. You know what I'm saying? Get together and do it again. We'll definitely talk. I'll be in touch. Of course, we'll be in touch. Listen, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. To everyone, happy holidays. Happy Friday. Take care of yourselves. Bathe. Bathe. I know it gets hard sometimes. I know some nights you just be like, "Ooh, I don't feel like getting in the shower, bathing." But you gotta bathe because bed bugs exist. And when you bathe, make sure you wash behind your ears. You got to get that part. People can smell that when they lay next to you. Clean your belly button. Be nice to others. Drink your water. Mind your business. And don't let that creepy family member get to you that you have to tolerate this holiday season. I'll see you on the next episode. Make sure if you have not subscribed to the Ben Daniels podcast, if you have not already subscribed to the W360, until next episode, peace and so